YouTube, what up? 6 o'clock in the morning here in Houston. I got delivery to make this morning. I got some repairs to do in my truck. I'm gonna get into, spending the things that we don't like to do as owner-operators. Freaking light is way too bright. All right, let's get into it. But first, some coffee. We got a transformer or inverter today. About to make this delivery real quick and see what's up. We picked up this inverter from Ohio, coming here to Houston. Pretty easy, 3 straps, 4 chains. Weighs about 37,000 pounds. Not a bad load. And then from there, we're gonna go get the truck worked on. I don't know if you guys can tell, but you see that? This is a brand new steer tire, and I got bad kingpins. So we're going to replace the kingpins and get new tires. So after making this delivery here in Houston, there's this dude here that is known for doing good alignments. He also replaces the kingpins. Been in business for a lot of years. So we're gonna go to him. I'm gonna get him to assess everything that needs to get done, and then I'm gonna get all that stuff repaired, replaced, get the truck aligned, and then we're gonna go get a brand new set of tires. Mind you, tires ain't
1,000 feet. Slide left onto the Texas 146 North ramp.
Tires ain't cheap. I mean, I bought these like 4 months ago and I spent 1,100 bucks. So I'm not really looking forward to spending another 1,100, but it is what it is. I think that's, I don't know, I'm not gonna speak for most drivers, but at least for me, one of my biggest fears is having a steer tire blow out. Yeah, especially like on a turn or something. So even though the driver's side tire on this truck right now is still good, but that passenger one is messed up, I'm just gonna replace both of them because I'm not trying to hurt myself, Better be safe than sorry. All right, so we're going, yeah, screw taking the toll road. Screw that. Yeah, Garmin, you're tripping. I'm not going that way. And that's the biggest thing about being an owner-op is being safe. You gotta make sure when your truck needs something, get it done, because you're responsible for everything. You're responsible if that load isn't secure and something falls off and hits somebody. You're responsible on maintaining your own truck, and not only that, but it's gonna save you a lot of money, and you're gonna make more money if you stay on top of your truck. I think that's one of the most important things I've learned in this past year and a half is, man, things cost you a lot less when you take care of them sooner. Yeah, it sucks to spend the money. You want to just make money and not spend it, but that's not how this thing goes. You got to spend money to make money, and in the long run, it's better to get everything done sooner. Somebody asked me, like, how did I start, or why did I go this route? So after Legend, I had saved enough, and this was always kind of the plan, to buy my own truck. It's just I worked a few years with companies because I was trying to get my experience in, and also my insurance. I wanted my insurance to be lower if I was going to get my own authority by having more experience. If you're a brand new driver, man, the rates are ridiculous. I don't even understand how some of these guys do it, honestly. But anyways, so that was always the plan. And the thing with Legend is, like I keep saying, that first year at Legend, I made so much money. I was able to save a lot. So when I quit, I just started shopping around and found this truck. I didn't have all the money, so what I ended up doing, I had about 40 grand, and this truck was 61.5, if I remember correctly. What I ended up doing was pulling out a personal loan for 25 grand plus the 40,000 I had saved, and I just bought the truck outright. I tried financing it, but when I bought this truck, the trucking industry was really, really bad, and nobody wanted to finance a truck. I was gonna put $20,000 down earlier last year on a different truck, on a mid-roof that was a little more out of my price range. It was like about 89,000, and I was gonna put 25,000 or $20,000 or $25,000 down on it, and even still they didn't want to finance it. So yeah, I ended up having to go that route, and that's fine. The personal loan wasn't that high interest, but the truck is outright mine. And then I ended up financing this trailer. The trailer is a 2014 Union step deck. Has it's a 8-foot top, 40-foot bottom. Has container locks, 4 boxes. Had ramps until they got stolen here in Houston last year. And that I'm financing. I bought that for 30, put $6,000 down, and I got payments now of 1,200 bucks. So it's not bad. So I got no truck payment, and I got a trailer payment. But the trailer's only a 2-year loan, so I'll get out of it soon. But yeah, it was always the plan. It was always the plan. So because it was always the plan, because my pop has been in this industry for so long, before I became a driver, I was dispatching for my pop for about 5 years. So I learned that side of the business before I became a driver. So the plan was always to become an owner-op. I'll throw in some footage of when I bought my truck. My idea, guys, was essentially to make a video, make content out of the day I went to go buy my truck. And I've been storing content to put up on videos, but I just, again, man, I was just so focused on making sure I was learning what I was doing and trying not to mess up, where, I just never got around to it, honestly. But yeah, here's some footage of when I bought my truck. I decided to pick up a truck here at Heartland Truck Sales and Service. So I'm in Oklahoma City. Pretty stoked, man. I'm about to pick up this 2020. Has about 497,000 miles on it. Has an APU. Has a front bumper guard already on it. New tires. Pretty stoked, man. Who's gonna let me in? Who's gonna let me in? All right, let's go. Make sure I don't clip this dude. We're good. Now, I can't speak on all these companies that offer lease programs. Like, because I bought my truck outright, and honestly, I got no room to speak about this because I've never done a lease program, but I've heard the horror stories online from other drivers. But I think the route I went is probably the best, or buying a new truck. But to lease a truck, like I've heard some of these prime drivers talk about how they got like a, you know, $5,000 payment at the end of the month to lease this truck. And it's not, you know, if you get to the end of the lease, then the truck can become yours. But if you don't, I just don't see the point. I don't see the point in paying a company's truck off, and then let's say 3 years in or whatever, you leave, and then what do you have to show for all that money you spent? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but ultimately for me, this was a way better solution. Yeah, just try to save up your money and get your own truck. But in a future video, I will show what I made on my first year and my expenses. I think last year was, it was weird. I was starting off, and the industry hasn't been the greatest. I do feel this year will be better than last year. But even last year, when the freight was really bad, and not saying that this year isn't you know, the same, but I also started mid last year. Well, not mid. I started in March. Well, I bought my truck in March. By the time I got all the permits, it took about a month. So I really started in April. So I took a good amount of time off last year. I took a whole quarter off last year before I started. So I'm really curious to see this year, a full year, how things play out. I think I should be doing a lot better. God willing, as long as my truck treats me good and I don't have any major breakdowns, yeah, I'm just gonna keep hitting it. I have no plans on going home. So, but anyways, let's get to this delivery and then let's go get this truck work done. Garmin, you're so funny. The reason why I run both Google Maps and my Garmin is because Garmin sometimes leads you astray. Now, the reason why I don't follow Google Maps completely is because Google Maps will send you down roads you shouldn't be on. And that's lived experience, trust me on it. You're gonna end up having to back out, reversing, yeah, bad times, so I'll see you guys once I find the spot. Alright, so we made it to Mayo Trucking here in Houston. Highly recommended. People have told me to come here because they've been here forever. So let me show you guys what I'm getting into. Alright, so this steer tire, I just got it 4 months ago, but I don't know if you guys can see, it's wearing out and it's starting to split the lip open. before I left, where I parked my truck at, there's a shop there. I had them put the front end up in the air and check the kingpin, which is straight through there, and you're not supposed to have any play. Well, they put a bar in it, and sure enough, I got play. This one's worse than the driver's side. The driver's side actually has no bad wear, but I'm gonna replace it anyways. Freaking tires are about 1,100-1,200 bucks, so it sucks to replace them. But this is what I'm saying, man. You got to spend the money and you got to fix your stuff before it costs you more money in the long run. As you can tell, this tire is not even that old, but oh wow, it's starting to split right there too. Yeah, I need to replace this tire, man, because I'm not trying to kill myself. But yeah, man, so that's what we're getting into today. Everything else looks good. Well, this one's covered in mud, but this one's gonna get replaced also. Kingpin's in. Truck just needs an alignment now. The master is at work. Almost. Been here a good amount of hours, but it's all worth it. Alright guys, we found parking for the night. Still here in Houston. I still have to go get brand new steer tires tomorrow. So we spent come on, zoom in, $1,460.16 today, and I still got to spend probably like another grand on steer tires tomorrow. I spent $1,100 last time when I bought them. But anyways, we got the kingpins replaced and we got an alignment done, and they came out to around 1,500 bucks, which is not bad. I got quoted out in California. It was gonna be a lot more in California. So I drove the truck already, feels good. Just need to get those steers. This is what I was talking about before. You know, I could have replaced steers and kept going through steers. Obviously in the long run, that's gonna be way more expensive. These only last me 3 months, 4 months since I last bought them, and they're already getting pretty badly worn out in the edges, so this work had to get done. But this goes back to what I was saying, like, you got to take care of your truck, because in the long run, putting stuff off is just going to cost you more money. So I'm glad we got this done. We spend, like I said, another $1,000 tomorrow on a set of steers, but I shouldn't have any more problems with this. God willing, you know, every tires will last me over 100,000 miles. But we'll see tomorrow. I also got to get an oil change tomorrow, so I'm probably going to spend 1,500 bucks tomorrow. So we'll probably be like 3,000 in just maintenance and repair for the month. But, you know, that sounds kind of a lot to maybe you guys that are not owner ops. But you make a lot more money too. Like, maybe at 3 months or 6 months, I'll make a review of how much I've made here at Mercer. My average when I was with my pop was like around 20 grand a month. Obviously that's gross, not including, you know, what I spent on fuel, whatnot. So it's gross, not net. But even still, you know, fuel, repairs, you still keep more than if you were a company driver. But I'll do that video in the future. I'll break down what I've made. Honestly, here at Mercer, I'm kind of at the same boat. I'm averaging like around 20 a month. So, except I will say here, insurance is a lot cheaper. Fuel's a lot cheaper because they got really great fuel discounts. I got, again, no complaints about working here at Mercer or being a owner-operator with Mercer. Pretty happy. All the people I've ran into that work here are pretty happy, so that's good. But I'll continue this video tomorrow when we go get the tires. And yeah, see you guys in the morning. It's at the shop right now. I'm gonna get it all changed done, and then the 2 steer tires replaced, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, I'm done with Houston. Currently at the TA Express in Houston. I actually got my ramp stolen down the street from here at the Loves. This is a TA Express on McCarthy. I got my ramp stolen at the Loves down the street back in August. I came here because my pop had told me that they got security here and it's free parking, so regardless, I got a load to get out of here because I despise Houston, at least to stay. I don't want to be caught here again. So I didn't get the most ideal load. I got a load, picks up tonight at 1 in the morning from a base in Louisiana, going to another military base in Kentucky. So I'm going to be doing that. Probably not going to add it to this video because I don't want this video to go too long, but also this video is just talking about the expenses that I had to deal with this month. So anyways, going back to that, I ended up getting 2 steer tires, and then I also got 2 tires for my trailer. I had been replacing the tires on my trailer, and I only had 2 left that I hadn't replaced. They weren't completely worn out, but since I'm here, I just decided to get it done. So that was the price total for that. And then also got an oil change done on my truck, which came out to that. But yeah, so all in all, we spent $1460 for the kingpins, $1,800 on 4 tires, and then another $450 or so on the oil change. That's in 1 month. Last month maintenance was about the same. My APU went out last month, so that was like $1,100 to repair. Then I had a starter issue, little things, but it was probably like around $3,000. But it's not like that every single month. But now that I got this stuff taken care of, my truck she should be good to go. As far as those tires go, I'm not paranoid about killing myself because, at least for me, that's my biggest fear, man, is steer tires. Having a steer tire blowout, don't want to experience it, so gotta make sure you stay safe. But in any case, I'm gonna end my video here. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll come back here soon with another one. Next will probably be just a straight, day in the life vlog. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.